Welcome back to this week's video, guys. So it might only be a quick one this week. I kind of hope it is for the sake of the problem, but if it's not, then well, it is what it is. But I have a problem with my passenger side door handle. So on my car, obviously I have keyless entry and start and all the rest of it. So on the driver's side, when I sort of rub my finger over the two marks on the handle, it'll lock, and then when I pull the handle, it will unlock. However, when it comes to the passenger side, nothing. And when it's locked, like that, it won't open. When I first got the car, that became an issue, and at the time I changed the lock, which is obviously inside the door and all the rest of it. I didn't take the handle out, whereas when I did take the handle out to wrap it, I noticed that the ribbon that goes from the connector there to the actual underneath of the handle, I noticed that that was damaged, so I'm assuming that's why I've got a light on the dash and why the door won't open and close. Well, lock and open, should I say. So yeah, I need to wrap this first because we don't want to put a blue handle on the car, and yeah, then we'll install it and I will show you how to do it as I'm going, because I'm nice like that. Now we have one blue handle wrapped vampire red, so now we've got to get this door card off. So the first thing you want to do is move this out, and in there there's this little plate that just clips in, so get a little screwdriver piece in there, prise that open, and there is a T25 in there. Pull this cover off, which is just held in, and there's obviously one in there and one in there, and then around the door there's 5 more. So once all of those are out, this pulls off. Clips are broke on mine, shock. And then basically if you hold on to the handle and sort of pull it towards you, you'll pop all the little white clips that are similar to that are held in the door. And then this top part, mine's broken, something I need to fix. But if yours isn't, then whilst you pull it forward, pull it up after, because there's like a clip I'll show you in a minute that sits in the rail. So this is the clip I was just saying about, and basically that lip there sits into these clips. So yeah, pull it up so that you don't do what I've done in the past and break it off completely. It has been previously repaired looking at it, but yeah, I'll have to try and do a better job of that I think when we put it back on. And obviously once that's off, you'll just need to peel this back. I've done it before, so it's nice and easy. And with the window up, that gives you access to the connection, and yep, as you can see, the ribbon is totally broken. So we're going to take that off, and then we will get the handle out from the other side. If we come to the door jamb itself, here there'll be a black plastic cap. Just prise it off with your fingernails, and then inside there, try and get it to focus, you will see, well, that thing in the middle there anyway is a T20. And once your T20 Torx is in place, you're going to want to undo it sort of counterclockwise, and you'll get to a point where as you've turned it, you've wound it out enough, you'll feel this be able to pull out. So we'll do that first. Once you've started winding that out, you'll get to a point where it almost feels like it's getting tight again. So keep doing it a couple more turns, and then this will eventually pull out. So once that's out, you will find that your handle no longer sort of opens. It's tight. Don't force it. What you need to do is do that screw back up, and that will basically move a slot across to allow this to come out. Once you get to that point, pull the handle out, but don't disconnect. I can't show it you just yet, but there's a little catch in there that holds that, pulls it back in. It's like on a spring. Pull the handle out, but keep winding that bolt sort of clockwise so it kind of goes past. That will keep the mechanism out, so that when you come to refit the handle, it will make sense later. You'll be able to. And again, once I get it out, I'll show you exactly what I mean. Sorry guys, I got that one wrong. When you wind it back in to enable that to pull out, wind that back out again. So go clockwise to do the screw back up, open the handle, keep it held out, and then undo that again. So basically it's on like a pin, and once you undo it, it winds out, and that's when the handle gets locked. So if you wind it back in, open the handle, and then wind it back out whilst holding that handle out, as you can see there, it's stuck open, and that's to do with the catch that's in there. Again, I'll show you once it's out. So with that obviously out, pull it towards the back of the car, and that will release it here, and then should be able to unlock like that, and then that just folds out that way, and then that is the handle out. Here's a good one for you as well, guys. You want to put something between the seat and the door so that the door doesn't close, because obviously once the handle's off, to get it back open you've got to go round to the driver's side and lean across and all the rest of it. So yeah, I have a ball in there that stops that. So the bit I was talking about earlier was this piece just here. I don't know if it's going to focus or not, but basically that metal piece just there at the end of the Torx wrench thing, that bit there sits behind that. You can see where it's been pressing just there. So it sits sort of in between those grooves, and obviously if it's, at the moment it's being held forward by that screw that's in the side. So if I was to wind that screw back in, that metal piece would fling backwards, and it makes it very difficult to get it back into there. Whereas with that still being where it is held in by that screw, you can sort of put the new handle back in, prise it round there, it will fit in round the back, then when you undo that catch, it will basically fling back where it's supposed to be. And there you can see obviously the two next to each other. This bit was where the ribbon did attach to, as you can see on the other one. So yeah, let's get this one back in, and hopefully that turns the light off. Okay, so that light there with the padlock, that is the one that stays illuminated. So it's going to be quite difficult one-handed, but basically guys, you need to feed that through there very carefully, and then slot that in almost on like a hook, and obviously as you do that, this front part then when it goes in there will line up with that bolt. I've got my Torx wrench thingy bobby there, and that's obviously in place. Now there is a little bit of slack, as you can see. I think that's just the metal clip I was talking about earlier hitting these two. So all I'm going to do now is unwind this, and then that will release that metal clip in there, which should send that back in, and you know, door should work then. So that's all sorted now, and obviously it's locked because I've wound that thingy-majobby out. So that can slide back in now, hopefully. There we go, just like that. And now tighten that back up, put the cap back in, and then put everything else back together. That's back in, so moment of truth. Put the ball out of the way. Yeah, there we go. And obviously that's in there solid now, so I'll jump in and we'll see if that light's gone off. Honestly, I haven't started this yet or tried anything, so I have honestly no idea if this is going to work, so fingers crossed. Oh, it's not there already. That's a good sign. Oh yes, look at that. No light. Beautiful. So this will be the test. Will it lock? Yes. Oh, brilliant. I'm actually dead chuffed that that's actually gone off the dash, and that the door's actually working properly as it should. It's been bugging me for the longest time. So if you found this helpful, guys, drop me a thumbs up, and if you want to see how to do the driver's side, let me know, because that is actually different. So yeah, let me know down below if you want to see that one, and I guess that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.